It's a good one. We say that you're the Oprah for Black people.
Oh my goodness. Wait, isn't
Woman,
Oprah the Oprah for black
I know,
people?
but it's kind of no. She has no Dr. Phil, and she built.
Oh,
You
okay.
build. You build brands. You build mega multi-millionaire stars.
All right, we're back again. So go ahead and get your popcorn. You can already tell from the gate that this is going to be special. This is my manifestation journey, and I'm so happy to have you guys all aboard. Let's go.
Welcome back to another episode of CEO Confessions and Lessons with your host, me, April Showers. And today I can actually say host because I do have a guest. I have the one, the only, super hyphenated because she has so many hats that she wears, but she is an icon. She's a mogul. She is the one, the only, and she's part of our management team, Mona Scott Young. And I am so excited that I got to sit down with another CEO. She is CEO of Mona Me Productions, Mona Me Entertainment. And I was just so elated because I wanted to share and confess to her how I manifested her in my life. Like I literally pulled her into my life without even like asking. Like it wasn't a hey, can you work with me? It wasn't even that. It literally I put it out there, and the universe just brought it together. So today we got to sit down as I was recording another show, which is Magic Makers with April Showers, and it's a talk show that's going to be on Afroland TV. So if you have not heard of Afroland TV, get on top of it because my show will premiere on Afroland TV very, very soon. So today we recorded an episode for that um, series. Now, that series is about taking an idea from ideation to store shelves. A lot of people don't even know that this multi hyphenated mogul and Mona Scott Young, she has also some consumer product based businesses that she's a part of. Not to even mention that she was the one of the masterminds behind major brand deals in the consumer product space and entertainment, like with Missy Elliott, with Reeboks and Adidas, and 50 Cent with Vitamin Water. And now she has also partnered with the one, the only Nicki Minaj, and they have a company called MYX Fusions. Have you heard of MYX Fusions? Well, if you haven't, get into it. It's been out since I think 2013, 2012, somewhere around there. It's been out for a minute. It's currently in your retail, grocery, and your Total Wines and all of those places. But she is partner and she's the chief marketing officer. So that is why she was on my other show. But we kind of like segued because we were talking in between a break and we started to talk about my story about why I was attracted to her in such a way because Mona has this presence about her, this energy that she puts out there, and light attracts light. And she definitely is a light. So I hope you enjoy it and let me know in the comments what do you think. And yeah, of course, I'm gonna bring Alicia in. I'm gonna let her listen to this episode, and we're gonna dive into it. This is all part of my journey, y'all. Part of my journey, part of confessions, lessons of a CEO. Because listen, if I didn't go through all that I went through, which you could go back and look at all the other episodes, I wouldn't have been in this position to work with such a dynamite woman. And I don't just have her. I have like the team of dynamite people at Artist CE. And so I am forever, forever grateful. But baby, going through what I went through, it was hard. It was very hard. But remember what I said the last time. The lesson is to go through. As long as you're going through, that's all that matters. Don't get stuck. Don't get stopped and get weighed down by what's happening. Just go through it. Once you go through, I promise you, there's going to be something so much better on the other side that you couldn't even hope, dream, or imagine. So let's get into it. Okay, during the break, I was discussing with you how we first met.
Yes.
You were doing your award show to honor your team as well as
Empowered
Empower
Mavericks.
Mavericks and your mother.
Hmm.
And during that time, I was very introverted, extremely
I
introverted.
remember Joy, our mutual friend, calling me and saying, my friend April's going to attend, but she doesn't get out much and she doesn't really talk to people. Yes.
Yep. And I felt so special because you came in, you gave me the biggest hug, and then you went on to introduce me to people who had already met me. They were like, "Oh, I know April." And when you got on stage, there were a couple of women who weren't that nice to me. But when
Oh,
you got on stage, you said, "This is a networking event. We're supposed to network like April showers. She knows everyone in the room." And those two women, they turned around and looked at me, and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." But
oh, I hate that that was your
it
experience,
was
though.
okay because then you put all of our names up on the board and you said you wanted us to feel seen. And in
Yes.
that moment, I felt so empowered. I remember at the end of the night, I was getting ready to go, and I'm like, "Hey, Mona, I got everyone's contact but yours." And you went, just like that. You went, "You don't. That's right. Let's fix that now." And then you gave
Yes.
me your information. And at the time, Mona, I did not know you were a manager. I did not know all of the things Missy. I did not know the future escape tour. I knew none of this about you. I honestly just knew you as television, right? Didn't even know about the 50 cent vitamin water, like all the things.
Right,
Like
right.
there's so much. Um, with my team, we have a joke about you
Oh,
where
a
we,
good one, I hope.
it's a good one. We say that you're the Oprah for black people.
Oh my goodness. Wait, isn't
Woman,
Oprah the Oprah for black
I know,
people?
but it's kind of no. She has no Dr. Phil, and she built.
Oh,
You
okay.
build. You build brands. You build mega multi-millionaire stars.
Oh,
You
thank
do
you.
that. Like, okay. So before I knew any
Oh
of
my
this,
goodness, this was supposed to be about Mix, not about me. Oh,
we're going back.
thank
So,
you. Thank you so
but
much.
before I even knew that, I just wanted to be connected to you. I was just drawn to you. Everything that you were saying, I called my team the same night. I'm like, I want to award you guys. Like Mona is awarding her team. They've been with her for 15, 20, 30 years. Like,
Yeah.
I want that. So I would text you every now and again, send you hearts, and let you know I was thinking of you, let you know
Yes.
that I loved you. And then one day, it was Juneteenth. It was the night before Juneteenth. I saw that you had did a YouTube interview, and I was
Okay.
going to watch it. And the Holy Spirit told me to reach out to you and just send you a message, and I did not. I ignored. But God don't play about me. So I get to KTLA 5. I'm shooting.
And that was the day that I was there as well.
I turn around.
And who walks in?
You are right in front of me. And I'm like, Mona Scott. You're like, Mona Scott Young. I found out later why.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I
yeah.
went back and I watched this interview and I was like, okay, now I know. And first thing you said to me, Mona, once I was like, it's me, April Shaw. I was like, oh, you hugged me. I had on my pajama set. I'm going to get you the pajama set. Slow
Yeah.
down.
You knew where I was
I knew
going.
where you were going.
Okay.
And you said, why aren't you on TV? That's the very first thing you said to me. And I said, because the universe has been waiting for for me to connect with you.
Yes, you did say that.
So you saw the Afro Unicorn things, and you were like, oh my gosh, what is all of this? And who's doing the show? And like, so it was just confirmation. And I had already been writing you down in my daily journal, some connection. And then life hit me hard. I had a horrible breakup with management,
Oh.
and I was out doing a walk, and I decided I wanted to get grounded. So I got a blanket, I laid out on the ground, I turned on that interview that I was supposed to watch before. And I learned so much about you in that hour and 45 minutes. But what I learned about you outside of just what you were speaking, it was the way that you kept like saying, no, 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 not that box. No, no, no. Why would you say that? No, I'm like, You,
I'm gonna go back and look at this interview.
it was like I've
Wow.
watched it about 5 times.
Oh
My
my
whole
goodness.
team, I've asked them to all watch it, and from that moment on, I'm like, Mona's gonna be my manager. Mona's gonna be my manager. And you know how we were drawn to each other,
Yes.
how people started to come and it just connected. But it wasn't
Yep,
like
yep,
I
yep.
ever messaged you and like, Mona, can you be my manager? It didn't happen like
But
that.
that's what I say all the time. The universe has a plan for us all if we are open, right? And we are receptive to stepping into our gifts. And so I feel like, and again, when Joy called me, it was a little bit, of a weird call because I'm like, I've never had anybody call me and say, hey, but at the same time, it felt like the most natural thing in the world. And certainly when I met you and everything about you, I love just everything that you've conceptualized. And I think that, the Afro Unicorn brand is an extension of who you are, right? Just full of joy, full of potential, full of magical possibilities. And so I love that we're connected. Thank you so much for sharing that because you just never know
You never
how you
know.
impact people. That's wild.
Because the universe literally brought her to me, and what
Yep.
God has put together, I'm not worried about nothing.
Yep.
I see you like you saw me. I see you for all of the layers of what you do, how you're a mom, how you're raising your children, how you're this humble daughter, like all the things, Mona.
Oh, thank you so much. Ooh, this interview took a turn. you know.
But I
No,
just
thank
wanted,
you. I
I really
appreciate
wanted to
that.
say that
I
it
appreciate
says a
that.
lot when your team honors you the way that they honor you. And they
Oh,
do.
thank you.
These people are not fly by night.
Yep.
When you started
No.
reading out how long these people have been with you, that says a lot about who you are.
Yeah, no, I think about it sometimes. I'm like, wow, 25 years, 30 years. Am I even that old? No, but I feel incredibly blessed to be surrounded by people that I can trust, by people that I know have my back in an industry that's not an easy one to navigate, right? And a lot of times, it's so funny. I just had to answer some questions for a list that I don't know if I can talk about it just yet, but it's going to be announced. And one of the things they asked was, what is the song that is most inspiring to you? And I was thinking about it, and it was like, Missy did this song early on in her career, and it's one of the bonding moments for us because it's when I feel like she and I were here. I just started managing her. We had this album coming out, and I remember the marketing meeting where she was playing her songs, and she played one song called "She's a Bitch," and everybody was like, "No, we can't do that, bitch. You can't even say that half the time of the." And Missy stood 10 toes down on, "I'm not changing the title. This is the song." And for me, watching that, because I feel like I'm a sponge every single day, part of my own growth and learning is I'm never, too old to keep learning and I don't know everything. And here I was managing this young woman, right? But in that moment, she taught me something about standing 10 toes down for who I am, what I believe in, what I deserve. Because that song wasn't about the frivolous use of that word. It was about taking back the power of that word, right? And so my answer was, she's a bitch for this interview thing. For all of those reasons, just being able to stand and for what you believe in and what you deserve. I'm clear about what my gifts are, not in a braggadocious, it's like, I know. Can you curse?
You did, so keep
Oops,
going.
sorry.
No, you're fine. You're
I
fine
know I'm a
streaming.
bad bee, not for any other reason except I had an amazing example in my mother. God don't play about me either. He has instilled every single thing that I need. It's just about me tapping in and using it. So for me to sit here and act like I'm anything less, that would make me a bullshitter.
Right.
Right? So I'm just like, I get it. I know what those gifts are. And some people can't handle that. Right? We talked about that earlier. Some people, and so they're going to have their opinions. They're going to think they know me. But that's why my IG, mantra is, they don't know you personally, don't take it personal.
Love it.
You know?
Okay, so we're gonna get back into our episode.
Yeah, because I know these guys are like, what is happening right now? We have gone. This is a whole nother show,
It
guys.
is
You
a whole
guys
nother
can
show. That's
edit
why
this,
I need
do
it.
something completely different with this. Yes.
All right, you see what I mean? Dynamite. Like this woman is supreme. She's supreme. Forget what you heard about her. Cut out all the noise. Like she said, if you don't know her personally, don't take it personal. She is the one. She is that girl. Like Missy said, she's a. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of CO Confessions and Lessons. Again, let me know what you think in the comments. Be sure to like, share, subscribe if you haven't. But why haven't you subscribed yet? Subscribe now. All right. Until next time, remember, believing in yourself is the greatest superpower of all.